Yesterday's pitcher, Jack Taylor of the Chicago Cubs, has probably been pitching better than anybody else in the all-time great tournament. He has thrown 2 complete game shutouts, 18 consecutive scoreless innings. He pitched for the Chicago Cubs from 1898 through 1907. There was a stint in the middle of that where he pitched for the St. Louis Cardinals. He was a 2.65 lifetime ERA. He pitched on cunning and guile. Pinpoint control was his main attribute. But Jack Taylor, when he was pitching with Chicago in his first run with the Cubs, was pitching in the Chicago City Series. Chicago had a rivalry series between the Cubs and White Sox, played after the regular season, 3-game series each year. Taylor pitched the first game and won 11-0. But in the subsequent appearances, 3 more, he didn't pitch very well and he lost. And the Cubs president, Jim Hart, suspected he may have thrown those games. So he traded him before the 1904 season to the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals also had a city series post-regular season. They played the Browns. Taylor pitched in those games and did not pitch well, and they began to wonder. Jim Hart was no longer the Cubs president in 1906, and Taylor was traded back to the Cubs in the middle of 06. Before that, though, sometime in 1904, Taylor claims he got drunk. He made the comment, "Why would I win the Chicago City Series when I'm only getting $100 from Jim Hart, and I could get $500 losing?" Well, a few people heard that, and they reported it to baseball's national directors, who finally in 1905, February, got around to hearing that case, and they decided that Taylor didn't actually throw the games, but they fined him $300 for the inappropriate comment. Nobody knows if Jack Taylor was on the up and up. He had a reputation of not being an honest ball player. But in the all-time greats tournament, he's been pitching well, and he's 2-0, 18 consecutive scoreless innings.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Hi, everybody. This is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you game number 121 in the all-time greats tournament and game 2 of the series between the 1995 Atlanta Braves and the 1906 Chicago Cubs. We've had our introductions. We're ready to play ball. Mordecai Three Finger Brown is on the mound for the Chicago Cubs. He has pitched to a 1-1 record in the tournament, 3.25 earned run average, 6.2 innings pitched. Marquise Grissom steps into the box. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. We'll read the black die first. 42 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. And Marquise Grissom goes down swinging for the first out of today's game. Jeff Blauser, the shortstop for the Braves, steps in the box. 46 is also a swing and a miss, strike 3. Three Finger Brown actually has 3 fingers, and that puts unusual movement on his pitches. Chipper Jones is up, and it's a 6-1 fly ball to left field. Jimmy Schlegel is under and makes the catch. So the Braves go 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the first. Cubs coming to bat. Greg Maddux toes the rubber, and he is going to try to right the ship today. He has struggled in the all-time greats tournament. He has pitched 10 1/3 innings and given up 11 earned runs for a 9.6 ERA, and he is 0-1. He is an AC pitcher, X and ZZ modifiers. Jimmy Chacard steps in the box for Chicago. 1-3 is a base on balls, and the Cubs have the leadoff batter on. He is fast. We're using straight basic Apba today. Do give the catchers a chance to throw out the base runners. I have a chart for that. But otherwise, I don't have the Master Steel ratings for the 95 Braves team set that I have. The Braves are fielding column 1, and the Cubs are fielding column 2 today. Johnny Evers, a good hit and run man, steps into the box, and hit and run is what they're going to try to do here in the first inning. There goes Chicard. Here's the pitch. 21 is a 25. That is going to be a pop-up caught by the catcher. Quick throw to first, and Chicard is retired 2-3. Evers is out 2, and that's a double play. That brings about with the bases clear. Johnny Clean, the catcher for Chicago. 41 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Joe Tinker, or not Tinker, but Jeff Blauser is up with it, throws to first. Cubs are retired. We go to the top of the second. 0-0. Fred McGriff, the crime dog, leads off the top of the second inning. He hit 280 in 1995. Hit 318 in 94. Here's the pitch to McGriff. 41 is a ground ball to the shortstop. And that is Joe Tinker. Throw to first. 1 away. David Justice. Swinging from the left side. 41 as a ground ball to the shortstop. And Tinker makes that play. The pitch to Ryan Klesko is a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here, and the Atlanta Braves strike first. Atlanta 1, Chicago 0. They need a win today to stay in the all-time greats tournament. Here is Mark Lemke, second baseman. 44 is a 8 against an A. That's going to be a pop out to Harry Steinfeld at third base. That'll close out the top of the first. But the Braves, on the solo home run by Ryan Klesko, get on the board. Atlanta 1, Chicago 0. If Greg Maddux is on, that might be all he needs. Frank Chance steps in the box for Chicago. 52 is a 27. That is a X for a strikeout. Chance goes back to the dugout. He's the first out. Harry Steinfeld comes up. 51 is an 8. That's a pop out to Tripper Jones at third. 2 outs. One third baseman retires. Another third baseman. Wildfire Schulte, the center fielder. 56 is a pop out to the shortstop, Jeff Blauser. The Cubs go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the third inning. Atlanta 1, Chicago 0. Javi Lopez leads off the top of the third for the Braves, who have a 1-run advantage. 2-2 is a base hit for Javi Lopez. He has average speed, and for a catcher, that's pretty good. Greg Maddux is the batter. He will try to sacrifice Lopez to second. 53 is a 13, strike 1. 34 is a 31. That's going to be a sacrifice bunt to the first baseman, Frank Chance, who throws to Evers covering. Lopez goes to second. And he's in scoring position with 1 down, and the top of the order, Marquise Grissom coming to bat. Here's a pitch to Grissom. 52 is a 12. That's going to be a strikeout. Second time Grissom has gone down swinging. Jeff Blauser, 2 outs. Here's a pitch to Blauser. 26 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Mordecai Brown sets down Grissom and Blauser with runners in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the third. Atlanta 1, Chicago 0. Greg Maddux will have the tail end of the Chicago order. Jimmy Schlegel and Joe Tinker and Mordecai Brown for the last of the third. Here's the pitch from Greg Maddux. 26 is a fly ball to right field, caught by David Justice. Greg Maddux has retired 6 Cubs in a row. He walked the first batter. Here is Joe Tinker. 6-2 is a 26 ground ball to second base, taken there by Mark Lemke. The throw to first, and Tinker is retired. 2 outs. Here is Mordecai Brown. 25 is a 9. He gets an A. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Jeff Blauser. 3 up and 3 down for the Cubs. We go to the top of the 4th. Atlanta 1 and Chicago nothing. Chipper Jones will lead the top of the 4th inning off for the Braves. He is 6 for 24 in the tournament. It's got 2 homers and 2 doubles, 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Chipper Jones. 6-1 is a fly ball to left field, caught by Jimmy Schlegel, 1 away. Here is Fred McGriff. 46 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 5th strikeout for Mordecai Brown. Here is David Justice. 6-6 roll for Justice. That's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. Another solo home run for the Braves. They take a 2-0 lead over Mordecai Brown and the Chicago Cubs. Here's Ryan Klesko, who homered his first time up. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. 3-0 Atlanta. And Greg Maddux, you might say, probably has a commanding lead at this point. Here is Mark Lemke. 46 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Joe Tinker throws him out. The Braves scored 2 more times. And they lead 3-0 going to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Atlanta Braves have hit 9 home runs in the all-time greats tournament. The Chicago Cubs have 1. So they have a decided power advantage. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Chicard leading off for the Cubs. 46 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Johnny Evers. 41 is a 28 ground ball to the shortstop. Jeff Blauser is up with it, throws to first, 2 down. Here's Johnny Kling. And 43 is going to be the 3rd out. A roller back to Maddux. He fields his position very well. Throws to first. That's the end of the 4th inning. Atlanta 3 and Chicago nothing. Lopez will lead off the top of the 5th inning for the Atlanta Braves. He got a leadoff single for the Braves in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch to Javi Lopez. 2-3 is a 27. That's going to be a swing and miss for strike 3. The result had an X. Brown has the strikeout letter X. Here is the pitcher, Greg Maddux. 31 is a 36. Ball 1. 1-2 is a 25. That's got an X, and Maddux strikes out. 7 strikeouts for Mordecai Brown. Here is Marquise Grissom. 6-2 is a 26. Ground ball to second base. Taken by Johnny Evers. He throws to Frank Chance. That's the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Atlanta Braves 3 and the Chicago Cubs 0. Player manager Frank Chance leads off for the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs are looking for their first hit against Greg Maddux. Here's the pitch to Frank Chance. 65 is a 35. That's a foul out to the catcher, Javi Lopez. Third baseman, Harry Steinfeld. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll for Steinfeld. This will be the first hit for the Cubbies. 1-5 is a 2. That's going to be a triple to left center field. Steinfeld's 90 feet away of getting the Cubs on the board. 1 out. Here is Wildfire Schulte. The Braves are going to play the infield in and try to cut this runner off. Here's the pitch to Schulte. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll for Schulte. 62 is a double to right center field. Steinfeld scores, and the Cubs are on the board 3-1. Here's Jimmy Slagle. He comes up hitting only 150 in the tournament. He has struggled. Here's the pitch to Schlagle's 46 is a 29. That's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Schulte goes to third. And the first baseman flips to Maddox covering. 2 outs. Here's Joe Tinker. Will be walked intentionally. Maddox would rather pitch to the pitcher here. Mordecai Brown was a 204 hitter in 1906. 2 away. Schulte's at third. Tinker's at first. Here's the pitch. 22. That's a 7. That's going to be a single by by Mordecai Brown, scoring Schulte. Let's see. One runner scores, the other goes to second. So Mordecai Brown helps his own cause, pulls the Cubs to within 1. Now there's Cubs on first and second with 2 outs, and Jimmy Chicard comes to bat. 1-6 is a 28. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. And that'll end the inning. But the Cubs score twice. It's Braves 3, Cubs 2. 6th inning, Jeff Blauser will lead off for the Braves. They've had their lead cut down to 1. Here's a pitch from Mordecai Brown. 31 is a base on balls. Blauser's average speed. Here's Chipper Jones. 0-for-2 today, flight out the left twice. Mordecai Brown goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch. 42 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Chipper makes the U-turn back to the bench. Here is Fred McGriff. 3-5 is a 14, 2 balls and no strikes. Mordecai Brown has the Z modifier. 32 is a 26. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Evers goes to Tinker to retire Blauser. And McGriff is at first with a fielder's choice. Average speed. 2 outs, and David Justice is up. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. That ends the top of the 6th inning. Atlanta 3 and Chicago 2. Johnny Evers is 5 for 26 with 2 doubles in the tournament. He leads off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Chicago Cubs. They're down by a penny. Here's the pitch to Greg Maddux. 6-5 is a 35. That's going to be a pop-up. Javi Lopez is under it and makes the catch. Catcher Johnny Kling. 6-1 is a 36. That's a foul, a ball. 43 to Kling is a 29, a roller back to Maddox, who throws over to first, 2 outs. And here is Frank Chance. Ground ball to third base, 5-3. That ends the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Atlanta Braves 3, Chicago Cubs 2. Scoring for the Atlanta Braves has come by way of the solo home run. Ryan Klesko has one of those. He leads off the 7th inning. Mordecai Brown is in the point of fatigue inning. 3 bad things happen. His grade will go down to an A from AC. Here's the pitch to Ryan Klesko. 4-4 is a double, a leadoff double for Ryan Klesko. And on those AC pitchers, you have to check both the A column and the C column. And they're both doubles through right center field. Klesko's in scoring position with no outs. Mark Lemke. He's the 7th place hitter. He's going to swing away and not bunt him to third because Maddox is on the back end of this deal too. He's due up in a few batters. Here's the pitch to Lemke. 2-2 roll. That's going to be a 7. And the 7 is a single in both columns to right field. That scores Klesko. RBI single for Mark Lemke. Braves take a 4-2 lead. That could prove to be a very big run in this game. And Lemke is 8 for 24. He's hitting .333 in the tournament. Here's Javi Lopez, a .315 hitter in 1995. 45 is a 36. Wild pitch. Lemke goes to scoring position. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch to Lopez. 41 is a 24. Pop up to the shortstop, Joe Tinker. Now the pitcher, Greg Maddox. 52 is a 12. That's going to be a strikeout. 2 down. Top of the order to Marquise Grissom. 3-4 is a fly ball to center field. Wildfire Schulte is under it and makes the catch. That's the end of the top of the 7th. But the Braves tack on one more. They lead by 2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. This is also Greg Maddox's fatigue inning. 3 bad things happen to him. He goes down to an A pitcher. Harry Steinfeld steps into the box for Chicago. 4-6 is a X. That's going to be a called third strike. Steinfeld goes back to the dugout. 1 for 3 with a triple. Harry Steinfeld, or Schulte, Wildfire Schulte. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Marquise Grissom is under it, picks it out of the sky. 2 down. Here's Jimmy Schlegel. 4-6 is a ground ball back to Maddox. 1-3. We go to the top of the 8th, Atlanta 4 and Chicago 2. Blauser will lead off the top of the 8th inning for the Braves. He's yet to make contact with the baseball, which I always found to be a frustrating game of baseball day. He has struck out twice and walked once. Here's the pitch to Jeff Blauser. 2-6 is a swing and miss for strike 3. Third strikeout for Blauser. And the 9th strikeout for Mordecai Brown. Chipper Jones. 5-4 is a fly ball to Jimmy Chicard in right field. 2 outs. Brown has 2 marks against his point of fatigue. 1 more as Greg goes down. Fred McGriff. 2-5 is a 8 against an AC. That's going to be a pop out to Harry Steinfeld, third base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Braves are up by 2, 4-2. All right, as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, the Cubs are in the nether regions of their batting order, the very bottom. Joe Tinker, the pitcher, and Jimmy Chicard will probably see a pitch hitter for Mordecai Brown. The Cubs are down by 2 late in the game. Greg Maddox winds and pitches to Joe Tinker. 6-4 is a 23, fielding column 1. That is an error by the left fielder, Ryan Klesko. All right, Tinker's at first, no outs, and there will be a pinch hitter for Brown, and that is Henry Doc Kessler, a .250 hitter in 1906. He represents the tying run. Here's the pitch to Gessler. 51 is a 10 against an A. That's going to be a single to right center. The runner goes to third. And Gessler steals second on the second pitch. 2 strikes on the batter. I give the catcher a chance to throw out the runner. Catcher is Johnny Kling. He is rated 8, and that is this chart here. So 11 through 23, Gessler will be out stealing second. He's going to try. 22, just barely. Johnny Kling throws out Gessler at second, 2 to he's left-handed batters. That's up there now. So 2 to 6. 1 out, and that's a big move by Kling, nailing the runner. Orvie Overall's in the bullpen. He'll pitch the 9th inning for the Cubs. Tinker's at third. Infield will play back for Jimmy Chicard. There's 2 bad things that have happened to Maddox, so that's 2 marks on him. 1 more, that's great, will go down. Here's the pitch to Chicard. 25 is an 8. That's going to be a single over second base. That scores Tinker unearned run. And it is 4 to 3. Maddox drops to an A pitcher. Mark Wallers is pitching in the dugout or in the bullpen for the Braves. Johnny Evers comes to bat for Chicago. 1 out. Chicard's at first. 6-3 is a fly ball to center field. Marquise Grissom puts the squeeze on that. There's 2 outs. Here's Johnny Kling. Tying runs at first. Cub catcher was a .312 hitter in 1906. He's hitting .240 currently in the tournament. Here's the pitch to Johnny Kling. 6-5 is popped high into the air. Over by the Cubs dugout, Lopez is giving chase, and he makes the catch. That's the end of the 8th inning. The Cubs score once. We go to the 9th. Atlanta 4, Chicago 3. Overall will pitch the 9th inning. Dave Justice leads off for the Atlanta Braves. Overall is a grade B pitcher, X modifier, 2.74 ERA in 1906. 2-4 to Justice is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 away. Here's Ryan Klesko. Klesko is 3 for 3 with 2 solo home runs and a double. He's got a tremendous day. Here's the pitch to Ryan Klesko. 41 is a ground ball to shortstop. Joe Tinker's up with it and throws out Ryan Klesko. Mark Lemke. 1-1 roll for Lemke. That's a hit column roll for Lemke. 53 is going to be a double. 2 outs. Javi Lopez will be walked intentionally. Mike Devereaux will be called on to pitch hit for Atlanta. He pitched it yesterday and flew out to left field. And Chicago will bring in a new pitcher for overall. That'll be Carl Lundgren. He'll be a grade A pitcher, pitching to Mike Devereaux. So here we are. There's 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braves looking for an insurance run. Carl Lundgren goes into the stretch. Here is the pitch to Mike Devereaux. 2-5 is a 10 against an A pitcher. That's going to be a ground out to first base unassisted. That ends the top of the 9th. Braves don't get that extra run. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Atlanta 4 and Chicago 3. The Cubs will bring in his closer to pitch the 9th inning. Mark Wallers has been in 2 games, in the all-time greats tournament. He's pitched 2 innings, given up a run, and has 2 saves. He'll be facing Frank Chance, Harry Steinfeld, and Frank Schulte in the bottom of the 9th inning. He's up by 1. Here's the pitch to Frank Chance. 5-3 is an 18, fielding column 1. That's going to be an error on the shortstop, Jeff Blauser, and that's the tying run. Frank Chance at first. He's a fast runner. No outs. Harry Steinfeld does not have an extra 31 on his card. See, the Cubs have already had one important base runner caught stealing, so I'm not sure I even want to hit and run here. Steinfeld's a 327 hitter. Let's see what he can do with the bat here. Let's try to get it in the air for Steinfeld. Here's the pitch from Mark Waller, 6-5. It's in the air, but it's popped up in foul territory to the catcher, Javi Lopez, who makes the catch. 1 down. Mark Wallers is a grade A pitcher, XY modifier. Wildfire Frank Schulte comes to bat. Here's a pitch to Schulte. 4-4 roll. That's a 7 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to third base. That A turns it into an out. 5-3. Play made by Chipper Jones. Chance goes to second where he's in scoring position. And here comes Jimmy Slagle. He's the Cubs' last chance to eliminate the Braves today. Here's the pitch from Mark Wallers to Jimmy Slagle. 45 is a walk. He just walked a 239 hitter with a chance to close out the game. First and second, Joe Tinker, the shortstop. However, Frank Chance from second base calls on Sully Hoffman to hit for Joe Tinker. Tinker is only 1 for 25 in a tournament. He is really struggling, 233 hitter. He's going to bring in Sully Hoffman, who will stay in the game and play short if he can do something here. Sully Hoffman hitting for Joe Tinker. Here's the pitch from Mark Wallers. 32 is a 26. That is a pop-up on the infield. Mark Lemke is under it and makes the catch, and that is the ball game. The Atlanta Braves hold on to take game 2, 4-3. We'll be back with the wrap-up. Back in Atlanta, they're doing the tomahawk chop as the Atlanta Braves survived game 2 to stay in the all-time greats tournament with a 4-3 victory. They scored 4 runs on 7 hits and committed 1 error. The Chicago Cubs scored 3 runs on 4 hits and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher was Greg Maddux. He moves to 1-1 on the tournament and lowers his ERA down to 6.39. Mark Waller's got the save. It's his 3rd save in the tournament. And Mordecai Brown is the loser. He goes to 1-2 with a 3.66 ERA in the tournament. So here you have 2 AC pitchers that have not pitched great, but Maddux pitched well enough today to move the Braves forward to game 3. Game 3 will be here at Westside Park in Chicago. It'll be Ed Robach against John Smoltz for game 3, and that'll be the deciding game of the series. Loser goes home. Salvador Perez, MVP of the game, is Ryan Klesko. Ryan Klesko was 3 for 4 today with 2 home runs, 2 solo home runs, and a double. That gives him 3 homers on the tournament. And Ryan Klesko powered the Braves past the 1906 Chicago Cubs. They've got another chance tomorrow. Ryan Klesko, the MVP of the day.